another horrible performance from Chelsea tonight against Brighton. Last week they played Brighton in the FA Cup fifth round, and they lost flat to Brighton by 2-1. And today again, they still lost at the Amex Stadium 3-0. First and foremost, I would like to discuss about the manager's mentality, I would say, because I think his choice of words in the media is actually a problem for Chelsea this season. And if you remember that the first time he talked about Chelsea, the team is not in a title race, from that point onward they started declining, and now I think, well, they are not yet at their lowest, to be honest, but tonight's performance, horrible performance. All of them, I would say, all of them, horrible performance from them. Kupama, I've said this before, anytime Kupama isn't turning up for Chelsea, that means game over for them. That is game over. Obviously, it's a game over for Chelsea anytime Kupama is not turning up. So, tonight again, he had a horrible game. So, I don't blame him because, players do have bad game. They do have their downtime because throughout last season, he was the man for Chelsea. And this season, and from the beginning of this season up to this point, he was also the man for the team. So now that he's having his bad time in the team, I think if the manager knows what's best for him, I think they should have done good business just for someone to come in and be that kind of replacement for him who can be the creative engine for the team. But it is what it is. I think they got a midfielder, and today again, the Maresca failed to even introduce the boy in the game. So for me personally, I still believe that this Chelsea team, they are not that bad, but they are only having their downtime, and tonight's performance is just a testament to how far they've come, how dwindled their performance has been over the course of a couple of games now. So for me, it's really a bad game for them. A bad, horrible game. Firstly, the first goal came from Mitoma, and it was a direct. The goalkeeper launched the ball forward, spotting Mitoma's run. I expect Trevor Chalobah to destabilize Mitoma even before he controls that ball, or try as much as possible to make sure that he gets his head onto that ball before Mitoma controls the ball. As a central defender, if you do not address all these things like ball coming up in the air, your first assignment is just make sure your head gets to the ball before the attacker does. And giving Mitoma that space to control the ball, I know for a fact that Chalobah is already in trouble. When I was watching the game, controlling that ball alone puts Trevor Chalobah in trouble, and rightly so. He controlled the ball, caught Chalobah out of the way, and he located the far corner. That's a brilliant goal by Mitoma, but it was a horrible performance, from my opinion, from Chalobah, because as that ball was coming from the air, as a central defender, get your head to it and make sure that the attacker doesn't have the ball ahead of you. That is what I expect him to do. But I think he relented. He was looking for how he could have just throw the ball away and let the goalkeeper claim the ball, or let's just let the ball go to corner, But he failed to do his assignment, and that resulted into the opening goal for Brighton. And in the 38th minute as well, Minteh also got on the score sheet. He scored 2 goals, by the way, tonight. Do you understand? In the 30th minute, Minteh got another brilliant goal for Brighton. First and foremost, that ball, as the ball was coming on from Rota from the left side of the field, I think what Colwell should have done is to just make sure that he intercept the ball in the near post before the ball flash across the 6-yard box. But none of them could do anything. Even Malo Gusto was nowhere to be found, because I expect him to be in that position and make sure that cross doesn't come in from that side. But they failed, and the ball flashed through the 6-yard box. The goalkeeper had his hand on it, but that wasn't enough. As Welbeck just found Minteh, who did brilliantly well to take Marco Cuella out of the way before putting the ball inside the net. From my own perspective, I think that was a brilliant goal by Minteh, and it was a fantastic goal. But today, Cucurella wasn't himself, and two goals were scored from his side by the same player. Do you understand? So in the 63rd minute as well, Minteh also got on the score sheet again for Brighton, which made it 3-0 for Brighton. And from that point onward, they created lots of chances. They created loads of chances which could have resulted in goals as well, but it wasn't meant to be for them, and they've already secured 3 goals and 3 points from Chelsea. So in my own opinion, Chelsea doesn't perform to expectation tonight. They do not perform up to expectation, and it was a horrible performance. I said earlier, horrible performance from them. Throughout 90 minutes, Chelsea only had 8 shots, and none of that was on target. None, absolutely none on that of target. Compared to the ball position that they have 70% of the ball position they are playing, and Brighton were scoring. Any opportunity that Brighton gets, they make sure that they make the best out of it. Whereas from Chelsea's perspective, it's the opposite. It's I know the other way around. Do you understand? The choice of the manager to put Nkunku in front, I think that is the best he could do, because Nicolas Jackson is out injured, and that is the only striker the team have. Do you understand? And I do not know the reason why they didn't do business bringing another striker in January. So, which I think it was a bad decision from the club's perspective, and it's only putting the manager in trouble at this point in time, because there's no way Nkunku will be able to stand in for Nicolas Jackson, for the fact that Jackson is not that prolific in terms of goal scoring. I think if he's still on the field, there's still a possibility that he can get something going for Chelsea. But tonight, not even a chance, not even a goal on target for Chelsea tonight. So it was really, really bad. It was really, really bad for Chelsea. The only attempt they had at goal, I think it was still from Nkunku, and the ball came in from a brilliant pass from George, which I think George could have been introduced earlier on in that game when Pedro Neto wasn't anywhere to be found. I think if he had opted to bring in George, I think maybe George would have been able to do something for them, but it is what it is. That performance wasn't just good enough from my perspective, and I think the manager's choice and the media also contributed to their dwindling performances in terms of confidence. The entire team lacked confidence at this point. I don't want to scapegoat anybody, but the entire team was horrible and bad. Do you understand? The second goal that was scored by Minteh, the third goal, Colwill lost the ball in a very, very dangerous part of the field. He was sitting down complaining, and the ball was already in his box, and he was now jogging back as a central defender. So the manager's choice to pair Colwill and Chalobah today, I don't think that is the right move, and it ended in disaster for them. So from my own perspective, I think the manager will just have to find solution to that on his own, because both central defenders, they were horrible tonight. Horrible. As well as Cucurella, horrible performance from him. As well as Kupama, very bad. Very bad. Well, I sympathize with Chelsea fans, to be honest, because all of them before the game, they were actually curious, and they were looking forward to winning this game based on the fact that they lost the previous game against them in the FA Cup. So they were optimistic about winning this game, but to their disappointment, they still went back to MS Stadium. They still lost 3-0 to Brighton, which I think that wasn't good enough from fans' perspective as well. So for me, I still believe there's still redemption for them, and the manager still have a long way to go. So these are just things that I observed from the game. You can drop it in the comment section. Let me know what you think about the game. Let me know what you think about the manager's choice of words in the press conference as well. So if you are just coming across this page for the very first time, please do like to like and subscribe. And if you are already there, please carry smile like button and drop your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in another episode. And bye for now.